Welcome back, folks. Spix TV. I'm your Spix as usual. No, welcome back to another waterfalls. And let's just have a little recap. We've now got our sluices in place, which we started building last time. We're out in a drought, so hopefully when all that comes back, we should be okay. And we should be okay anyway. I did a numpty the last time we had bad water, and I let it in here, so I'm building a few bad water pumps just to get it back up there. So that's what we're doing there. Apart from that, it's been going quite well. Now I've got the dirt excavator here, which we haven't actually built yet, but I've got the treated planks. I've got the metal blocks. I've almost got the gears, so I'm going to have to turn them back on them when we get a chance. So we're almost there with that. Yeah, let's get into it, shall we? I always go back and try and remind you of what's happening, because it might be a couple of days. I mean, I don't know what's going on. There's a lot of Timberborn happening every day. Every day you'll get a Timberborn now. So it's just, like I said, all them other ones I had every few days have now obviously come in, and I'm doing. I'm quite happy, to be honest, because this game is brilliant. I just love it so much. I get every time I play it, no matter which one I play it, I get so much enjoyment out there. I just can't begin to explain. You know. But anyway, I digress. So I'm a happy beaver. Well, I'm a happy pig actually, but you know what I mean. We are getting water. We got 1,000. So that's good. It'd be really nice while this has got 7 days. Can I get around there? Probably not. To try and do something with this. I'm going to get rid of this. I don't really want to, but I'm going to have to get rid of it. And get this bad water flowing off the... I haven't unlocked it, but I've got enough, so let's do it. We'll obviously need to use it anyway. I think what I'll do is I'll build a set of stairs here, because we've got 7 days, so hopefully I'll be able to build all this before everything starts to come back again. I suppose I can build them over the top of them, can I? There. I can also build a one there. Get this going. Oops, that's not going to work, is it? Get this going as fast as we can. No, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do it that. That's that done. Then we can place all the... How many explosives have we got? We've got 37. That's not really a lot, to be honest. Although saying that though, let's do... I'll do this channel here first. And let that get on with that. I'll put these on... I've got enough planks, so I'm not really too much worried. But I want to put them on to get them going. Now they're having a rest for an hour. I know they're not gonna be happy about an hour, like, but still. I need you guys. I need you. I've got 2,000 logs, so let's have a look at well-being. We need to get the well-being situation up. It's looking a bit dire. Now we know they go past there, and there, and there. Excuse me. Not that one, because we definitely can't afford them yet. That's for certain. How do we want the lands? Do we want them facing front? I think we want them facing front. Yep. So let's do that. Let's get them building these. But as long as they're coming and building this lot, I don't mind. We've got 7 days. We should be able to get down there and get on with it. A lot of this is going to change anyway. How have I got... Oh, it's okay. I'm going to take this. And get this to backflow back into there, I think. Which will leaving it out, which is good. I could do another where to increase this. I think as long as these don't go over halfway, they will start to turn. It's about a quarter, I think. So I've got the water sort of back. It's probably going to run out, and I'm probably going to kill so much of my food again. But hopefully it's not going to be that bad. It will not be the first time, and it won't be the last time I do it. I have got the herb roaster here, but I don't really need him, I don't think, now. Like I said, this is about learning from the mistakes I made. Like this is horrendous. I've got a few new ideas. Obviously, I've started them here with this here, but I've got some more as well. We can't really do anything with this, which is pretty disappointing, to be honest. We can get some more of this scrap metal. The trouble is I'm going to have to be careful, so this is going to need to be solved. Because I'm sending these beavers... well, I'll tell you what, I'll not do it that way then. I'll have to do it that way. I'll have to get a... I think they can cut it. I think they can get down there. Let's... I don't know how far he can actually reach, but yeah, we can reach all that. There's obviously water in here. But I'm not too sure how far he can reach. Obviously, the bad water is still receding, and I think it's still actually getting that down. I don't want to do that yet, but I'm gonna have to have. Well, I'll put it around it, and then I'll sort it, and then I'll get rid of it. I'll have a sluice in here. I could have it... Well, in fact, actually, we could walk over it, so I could actually put it here, really. Which then this will never be a problem again. But I can't do that now. I don't want to do it now while I'm doing this. This is important to get going. We're almost there. It would be nice to get a storage. It would also, and say, get the explosives here. Get the explosives here. Okay. I'll have one for extract. I don't really need extract, do I? I'll have one for water. Get this built. Get this built, and I'll get them over here. It shouldn't flood. I've got 5 days, so I can't see that it wouldn't be able to do it in them 5 days. I've got wheat. I've got 100 flour. Where is the bakeries? Have I only got one bakery? I need to work out where the bakery is. Well, not work out where the bakery is. I know the bakery, but no. Where's the bakery then? Oh, it's there. So there is only one bakery. Well, that's going to slow the situation down quite a lot. And I've only got flour. He needs wheat flour, which is wheat flour, to be able to produce. He doesn't need any form of power either. So that would be a good idea. I've got potatoes going in there like a man possessed. We've got spaddock going in there, but where's our spaddock? Is that cattails? Yeah, that's a cattail. Cattail can be also converted into flour and do other stuff. Gears are all there, so that gears are going to go when I right, we're getting this built now. I'll get this by haulers. Obtain and obtain. I might not actually, by the time I get this here, which is quite annoying, they've already probably built it. So I'm going to cancel that idea, and I'm going to cancel that idea. I don't know how many I've actually got left. In fact, actually, this might be the last few explosives. It's supposed to have 30 something. I can't see all of 30. Unless they're bringing them all in. I've got a line there, so that's at least something. I've got 2. I just need this to be built then. I think that might actually be it, to be honest. I can't see any more. I can't see any more explosives, which implies that I haven't got any more in the system at all. There's not 37 there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Yeah, there's only half of that. There's only 20 somewhere. Right. Right, that now is going to empty off the map constantly, which is good. Yeah, that's turned out to be an absolute pointless waste of time, but not to worry. This will all go. What I'll need to do is start blasting down here and get it to go down here. That'll allow me... I still want the bad water, but I want it to be channeled like down here. And now that's empty, so I can get this if I want, or I can get the mines. Because this is the only place I can get mines. So when I want to get the... If we get down that route, if you like, we want to get... I'm going to need a hell of a lot more... I mean, I know I've got a hell of a lot here, like, but... right, how can you not get this? Dead. I know they're dead. Well, okay then. I've obviously taken them out now. So that can... That'll have to go. That'll have to go. Put these as a priority, because I don't think you can get back. I think there's one up there, yeah. There's a couple of them up there. Whoops-a-daisy. Sorry, mate. Sorry about that. I want to decide where... You see, I'm building this complex here, which is where all the industry is eventually going to be, right? Which is fine, because that's where we want it. Obviously, this is going to be ditched. I'm not too sure whether I want it to come in. I want it to come in the top end, so that's not. I want to. Yeah, I want to move it from this debacle to over here. But I'm going to need to decide how I'm going to do it. I will do that in this one. Let's just... If I do this... Obviously, I've got enough room to... Well, I've got enough room to put double. Look at that. I can double stack. I can double stack the two ones. But I think these are a 3 as well, like this. Go away. So, as long as I don't block... Well, I've got to take that out, and I've got to take that out. This will have to have a... Because I'll have to connect it to that one up there. Like so. I'll connect this to here. This can... When I've got some power, I can get and generate some... more. The option is actually to have these right close and not do it that way. That line, I think, was just there as a courtesy for the beavers. But they've lost their courtesy anymore. If I do this again, so if I do that, I'll do that just to... It shouldn't make much of a difference, to be honest. That there. Obviously, I haven't got any wheels or anything. They are going to obviously build this. It doesn't matter. It's not a problem. I think I can build this. Yeah. So that's now gonna be. But I need to get these wheels going, and I need an absolute shed load of these, and I've got quite a lot here. Now that's just the tapper shack. So what am I cutting down and what am I not cutting down? My plan, I know this is all oaks, so why don't I plant some more oaks here? I'll plant some more pines here. I'm going to get rid of this. This is all going to go. This is what my plan. This is my super plan. No, actually, the super plan could be up there, really. It would make sense to have it up there. Super duper. Super duper. Actually, super trooper, but never mind. We'll forego that idea. I'll do that again. I don't want to build this because it's going to take gears out of my excavator. Let's go to our trusty foot. No, that's too long. Trusty that. Yep. I don't want to build these yet either. This could be a log storage, or it could be a... I'll only do this side for now. But I probably could get double the amount, and it would sit somewhere about here. That is an enormous amount of for power. And obviously, I'm going to run an enormous amount of power of this. So it may fail, but I'm going to need an enormous amount of storage to be able to get this going. So that's paused, like I said. I'm then going to go this way. Now, I've been doing this in a couple of... I think I was started to do it in the lakes, I think. And so we got a choice now. There's a couple of things that we can do with this. This is another reason why I came up with it. It was a sort of, that's what I called it, like a mega. It's like a mega storage because you can go different ways. Now I could put one of these on, which would do food. No point food here because obviously we're going to need to run all of the stuff that we're going to bring in here and put around here. Needs to be run from this. So we're going to have scrap metal, we're going to have this, we're going to have that, you know what I mean? Logs, planks, blah, de, blah, de, blah. So, it makes sense to have one of these. Now, the next problem being is, it's not really a problem, but it got to go up, is, obviously I can't do that because that's hitting on there. So, I have to now do a single one, which now does that one. And I'll pause them so they can't reach this one. In fact, actually they will be able to, no, they won't be able to reach it because they'd have to do the one at the bottom before they could do that one. But that's a sort of, it's a weird storage system, but it will work. At least we're only taking up 2 extra, you know, basically if you like 6 squares. And then we can also extend it this way by doing another set. The thing is obviously this is only going, if I turn this, then it can't go in this way, but it can go in this way. So you can't follow through. In other words, I want it to be able to walk through. So that's another concern, you see. So that's the reason why. And I'm sorry to pause that as well. It'd be nice to get some water around. So we built this sort of thing. Let's let's start using these up. At least get this. I mean, this will build. Well, it won't build from there, but this will absolutely. You know, that's 50, 100, 150. There's 150 there already. Although I can obviously build this set, and they are. I think they're interlinked. Did I link them or not link them? I can't remember if I linked the... No, I didn't, did I? No, you see, they're not linked. I suppose I could have linked them. I think I can link them. I think in this version 7, I could link these, yes. Well, I couldn't do this in the previous one. It wouldn't work. I couldn't, in the previous version, I couldn't get this to work. And I don't know whether they'll build that or not. Because what then I had was this half the bank was doing this one. And this half the bank was doing this one. So it's a bit unorthodox, but it'll work. Needs power to operate, yeah. It's got power. Why is that saying it needs power to operate? But that one's fine. Weird. Well, you cannot... Yeah, it's not point you working, and there's no point you working. Because you haven't got nothing to power anyway. You'll just check out the blanks again now. Right. That's done. Obviously, I can't run any excavator yet. I'm still waiting for... let's take them back down to 16 hours. Would be nice. We'll build this. This is taking me down to there. I'll build this one. As well. They won't obviously be linked like, but still. There will be when I get the next set in, the next two sets. I'll build them line by, square by, lax by, you know, once I've got this one in. And get them to, as long as, let's see, that needs to be, I would say it needs to be a bit higher as well. But obviously it's the water at the moment. So I may have to build up this dam. And increase the height of the water to be able to spin these a lot more, because it's going to be low. I don't know how low. You want it around about, you don't want it more than half the, you don't want it up here, probably about this high. So that's something I'm going to have to consider and work out how I'm going to do that. But I did decide to put it there. It may be an issue there and not generate as much power as I was intended it to do. But this is what it's about. Like I said, I could drop them and just put a power shaft down, and I'd have to take out all of this infrastructure, which has taken an enormous amount of time to build. But we'll see. It will run now, because I've got these in. And these will start running when they're... Oh, paused them. Why did I pause them? I'm going to get some logs, because I'm going to have to need them. Right then, that's a good one. I've got absolutely no water left, which is a bit of a problem. Which is a major problem, but we'll solve that problem. I need to get more water, hold more water. I'm not holding enough water. That's not enough water for this. I'll solve that problem now. Right, so it is going. It's not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. I can now turn off 2 of these. In fact, actually, I'll turn them all off. And I'll transfer them all over here. Right. Because we can do this. Right, let's, while they're in Bedo. Do that one that way, and then get the gears to go this way. I'm just going to take that line out, and I'm going to take this line out. Nope, no, take that one out. And then it's water wheels time. So that'll link all them lot up. We'll just start moving backwards and backwards and get them all going. I mean, we've got 800 powers so far, and that's only from them. So this should be an absolute best of power. Did I get that one in there? Because it should not. It should now work, shouldn't it? Yeah, it is working. See. So now it's sharing them all together instead of half a bank. I've got 1300 power, and I haven't even got them all running yet. This is awesome. So this system is definitely going to work for sure. I'll get some more. I'll double up on here. So I'll get some more lumberjacks. That one has to be that way. That one then has to be that way. Now I can obviously take this out and this out. I built that, which I probably shouldn't have done, but never mind. That's going to be a log pile. Let's just do a line through here. Yeah. No, oh, well, I've done it now. Didn't want to do that, did I? Yeah, doesn't matter. I'll change from haulers. Let's get that full. I'm doing the thing anyway. Right. Has that now come back on? Yes, it has. So let's get this. Well, pause this. I'm gonna need a place. I'm gonna need a place for them to be able to dump their. What if I could go up there as well? Yeah, I can. Or here. That's something. It certainly is something. Although I could actually be a bit sly here and I can't. Oh yes, I can get 2 sets of dirt, so I can actually get 2,000 in there. That's about as much as I could actually get, I think. So I'll pause them. That's quite a lot of dirt. I'll pause that. I could get some more down here, actually, if I so wished. And then just let it run. Not even worry about it. I'll turn this back on. They're filling this up, so let's... Can I actually select that fucking thing? I think I can select it through there, yeah. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Now cancel. Yeah. Yep. Yep. And yep. So that'll all get built. Obviously, I'll be able to take these out. I don't need these anymore. I still got enough around here. They'll fill this up once it's relatively full. The option, depending on what option I want here, and depending on what I fancy being on there, to be honest. It would make sense to have scrap metal on that one. I mean, obviously, I know I can have scrap metal on the floor, but I'd rather have planks. I think planks are a lot more important than, like here. I've got a set of planks there, and I've got a set of planks there. So why not use that? I'll have a set of planks. Now, how's this going? It's not going yet because I've got a ton of vacancies, that's for sure. I haven't got many of the... Well, I have got many of these going. What are they going to cost me to get going? I don't need all this infrastructure now. So we'll pick up all that as we're going. This is obviously going to run faster now. I'll enable the explosives because I haven't actually got that many, to be honest. The treated planks, yeah, we'll leave them as they are. Until this is going down, I'll get rid of these as well. That's logs. That can go. That's now not full yet. But we are getting there. Obviously, I'll have to do another ladder up to that and that situation so I can get them up to there. But that's okay. Oh no, that's fine. I was thinking, no, I didn't need to do that, but I do need to do that, don't I? Oh. That's not going to work, is it? I am going to have to turn it the other way around. I didn't notice that. Because they can't get to the second... They can't get to the second... in my original one, I didn't have it like... In my original idea, I didn't have it like that. I had it like this. But then thinking they can't walk through. But... they can walk around. So... Well, they can... Yeah, they can't walk around. They can't walk through this way. But they can walk themselves around that way, you know? Because it's not ideal, but it's better than not being able to use this level that you've just created. You know? That was a bit of a misdemeanor that... like I said, it's just a bit new, and I just didn't think about that at the time. Right, so now that level will be allowed. Let's get the scrap metal obtained from haulers, and where is all the scrap metal? It looks like it's all over the flipping map. Scrap metal. Oh, that one's up there, so we'll empty that one. That one will obviously come then down into this one. That's fine. Now they're all going to bring this. That's good. I'll get now another storage here. Do I have enough? Yeah, I have enough gears. Do I have enough planks? Yeah. Yeah, let's build that. We need the metal things again. That now needs the... Yeah, you see, this is a right pain in the backside. I think I'm gonna have to do the walking this way. Walk it this way. It's a terrible pathing system. For sure, but once this is built, then they won't be able to walk directly through it. Right, so that's for planks, which are now can be emptied. So I've still got the same. I've got the same. No, well, it's not an issue. Like I said, they're walking. They walk directly through there, but it does work. I mean, it may not be pretty. Unless there's another thinking, another way that I can actually do it, but not at the moment. But it does allow, basically for all this down here. So let's go back to, how many logs have I got? That's the, right, that should be enough to, no. I might do what I said I was going to do. Then we'll get rid of this, and then, I mean, what's the power generation? 1700. I thought it would have been a bit more than that, but still. Power wheels. Right, that's done. I think for there I am. I'm going to have to work out a way to get rid of, well, not get rid of all that, but I'll put the flipping tree in a bit. Right, that can go. That can go. Yeah, so we got 9 planks. I need to find out where all the other planks are. Get rid of that. That can go. Logs, 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 logs. That's fine. That wants to be emptied. Because that should be in here. Let's have another one for logs. Build it when you're ready. I'm not actually in a rush. What the hell? Oh, now I've got rid of that. Now I can get rid of that. Now I can put a boom boom on there. That's fine. I started to do this and then I stopped it. Still haven't got all the metal. Where's all my metal gone then? Oh, I haven't got the metal. That's a bit of a problem. Let's do the metal now. Obviously, the metal is going to come down here. The option, there's a couple of options. I either do a 3 and then back a 4 on top of it, which might actually be a not too bad idea. Instead of, or I do a well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to have to blow out all of this. And I'm going to have to blow out 3, I think that is. That's fine. I've got 21. I'm not too much worried. That one can go. That's got no path. So let's give it a path. And we'll do that. So we get in there. It's building. I'll put the path here, because then I can take out that section. That's going to be a nice bit of storage. We've got 3. So I've got obviously logs. In fact, I probably would say that should be all logs, to be honest. I've got logs, planks, which probably should be actual logs. I'll get rid of them and put them to logs. I don't know where I'm going to put them yet, but we'll work that out eventually. Let's have another one. I know it's using quite a bit of resources, but it does keep everything nice and organized. Apart from that shambolic. That shambolic shambles, as I like to call it. Shambolic shambles. That's going to be logs. So we've got logs, logs, logs. Which now are going into logs. No. There, 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 there. What's wrong here? Waiting for previous stock to... Waiting for previous stock to bugger off. Right, that's fine. I'll put them somewhere. We need it at the end. We got a drought. I've got 1900. I'll now get rid of. Careful, just get rid of the right thing. Now we'll get our wheels. That's great. I can also, I mean, what I could also do is to make it easier. Now, I think I've got a. We've obviously got zip lines in this, which we obviously didn't have before. Also, that'll be quite good because it'll give the wet bonus, which is cool. What materials can't you get? You can't get because you don't have extract. Because there's no centrifuge. Okay, there's no centrifuge, but there will be a centrifuge in a minute. I'll just put the centrifuge there. I don't particularly want it here, but until I'm ready, Eddie, if you like. Where are... the centrifuge is in the water. Okay. Let's put a path. Let's put a storage for it. That's for extract. That's metal. I'm starting to bring... yeah. We'll get there in the end. I am at 100%. I could add beaver power if I wanted to. Food is at 3,000. I have not got enough water. Now, that's always been the slight Achilles heel here. Put these down to... then what we'll do is we'll solve this out later. It's their law. Yeah, gears of getting made and then getting used straight away. How are we doing? We have almost got this going, and we're at 2,000. Oh, I would have thought I would have got two more than 2,000. But they are where they're supposed to be. Now, obviously, I'm not pushing a lot out of there. I would have said that would have been probably by like 3,000 now. That's a bit better. Yeah, that's definitely a bit better. I've gone down by 1,000. I've gone down by 1,000. 1,000 wood. Because I haven't got the extract, I'll do this a different way. There we go. Let's not make it more difficult than it has to be. I can start to think about pushing some of this. Now, do I want the tapper shacks first, or do I want the melt? No, I'll take the tapper shacks because they're not... Are they in use? There, they're not anymore. There will be, because I'm going to need a few things. Anyway, wood. Like I said, they take an enormous amount of space. So we'll have to get these out of the way. This gives us, again, more wood. It's like wood central, this. I've got tons of wood. I don't have to worry about wood itself. I've got these for wood and that for wood. I'll take out this. Now, that should theoretically allow me to do a back on a back. Yep, that works. And that get a built, because it can get built because they can reach it. I'm just waiting for these. That is still getting built. How are we doing with power? At 81%. I'll take off or disable these. This should now give me 100. Yeah, so that's now sorted. This won't get built yet because it's waiting for the extract, so that's fine. That's only waiting for metal, which is waiting for these. Just like I think this is waiting for it as well. So what I'll do is I'll put this down to the next level, and the centrifuge will get built first because we're gonna need the extract to run this, you see. So there's no point running it when we actually haven't got the right stuff to actually run it. Right, let's now do that. Oh, we're coming up to the end of the episode. As you can see, it's all starting to come together. This great big. I mean, I'm pulling off 3,000 power. Now, that's not all. I could actually add more power into this section as well. So there is more power that I can actually do. I know I could go down here and do a bit there, but obviously I've got that in the way. And I did obviously have a lot more power. But it was what it was, and we could only do what we could do at the time. I think this is a way better place than having it anywhere else. Because it's not going to be used much. Obviously, I'm going to enable these and have even more, so I can have like 4,000 in dirt. Don't know what I'm going to use the dirt for yet, so don't even ask me about that. We've now got 0 bad water here. That's good. That sluice. I don't have to worry about the bad water anymore, do I? Because I've actually sent it off. So I can push this through now. And this will irrigate all of this land, which now the food starts to come back again. They'll start to replant all this. Right then. We are just starting the drought. We'll leave it there because I'll completely forget as per usual. I hope you enjoyed this. So the power plant's working fully. Again, I could actually extend it into this little section here, which may or may not happen. So, and I can extend it in there. So if I need more, we'll be going outwards next time and upwards next time. I've also got this working as sort of intended. This is all for the storage for these. So everything that this and all needs is going to be put into here. Then I want to sort out the absolute debacle I've got the housing, which I've sort of started here, but bear with me. You'll get to see a new system, and yeah. So and obviously we'll go on to get all of this wood that is absolutely sat here into here as well. So I'll build all bottom as that. I might actually blow out this section and have maybe more for the planks or something like that. But anyway, I digress. I hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you in the next waterfalls. Don't forget to check out pigstv.com. All free, no login, no nothing, for all the latest videos. For these and Factorio, Bar, and all the other things that I do. And we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.